Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show this evening. We have a special guest on the show tonight. Brother that I met some years ago in prison. This man did a number of years in prison, and he's one of our special guests tonight on the show. So I want to welcome Edward Williams. I know him as Spud, so I'm going to bring him on to the show, and welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Wendell.
Right.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. As I stated, I met you some years ago in Solano, you know.
Right. That's true.
Used to run that track, you know, on a daily basis and got in the box, you know, knock them down, you know. So I want to give you a little history on you and who you are and where you come from and who you are today. What did you originally go to prison for?
I originally went to prison for 187 PC, and that's murder in the second degree, and I was sentenced to 17 years to life.
Okay. And actually, how much time did you serve?
I served 30 years and 3 months.
3 months. Okay. You went to the prison as a young man, I take it.
I was 42 when I went to prison.
Okay.
So for some people that's young, for some people that's not so young. And I'm almost 75 now.
Okay. And how long have you been on the street?
Last month in February, I was out 2 years.
2 years.
Been home 2 years in February.
Right on. Mm-hmm. So you coming home from prison, it's a good thing for the community, because you know this show is designed to let people know that, you know, we committed whatever crime we committed and went to prison for. You know, that's something that we can't, you know, we can't undo. But a lot of us went in prison and became educated. We did something that was meaningful, opposed to a lot of people going into prison. They just continue, and come out and go back. But we went into the system. We did something that was meaningful and came home to be part of the society. So going into the system, you went into what was it, Vacaville? You went in as a reception center?
Yes. In 83, December the 14th, 1983, I entered Vacaville Reception Center, and that was my last day in Free Society. And I stayed in Vacaville for about 3 or 4 months. And then I was transferred to Soledad State Prison in 84, around February of 84. And from February of 84, I stayed in Soledad until 1986, and in 1986, I was transferred to Solano, and that's where you and I met.
Okay, so you did a lot of time in Solano.
Yes, okay. I did most of my time in Solano.
Solano,
yeah.
Okay, so in Solano, during your time, let me ask you a question. A lot of people go into prison, and they do different things, and they don't have focus on what they should be doing in prison. They just fall in the rut, start doing whatever comes natural. At what time in your prison stay did it come to you that you had to do something different with your life, because you knew sooner or later you would come home? At what time did that bell ring?
Well, that bell went off immediately,
Okay.
and I knew that I could not do the amount of time that I probably was going to do. I didn't know I was going to do 30 years, but I started to change my life. I started to rehabilitate myself immediately,
Okay.
you know, through studying. I took on a studying program, and I got me a dictionary and a Rogers Thesaurus, and I started to study on my own. And later on, I went to school, became a teacher's aide, and at the same time, I also enrolled in college because at that time they were having college professors to come in and to teach us. So I took advantage of all of that.
Is this while you was in Solano?
Yes, while I was in Solano, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So at the time that you started going to school, you began to realize that you had to do something different. You was, let's do something different to try to work our way out of it, because eventually you knew one day you was gonna get out of prison. Eventually,
Right.
you know. So you have to go to the NAAA program.
Yes. The programs that they had in prison for prisoners, and it was surprising to me that they had and were putting in place these programs in prison to really help prisoners. And they had NA and they had AA, and I participated in both of those programs, and I received certificates from both of those programs, and I am in possession of those certificates now.
Okay. Okay. I know. Me doing time in prison. I completed quite a few programs myself. I became a certified drug counselor in prison, and a lot of those certificates that we earn in prison, they're pertinent out here. They make a difference. You can go places and you can get jobs, or you can help people better
Right.
themselves.
That's true.
Out here. So
That's true.
the work that we did in prison to better ourselves, it in turn made a twist to help other people in society today. So, you know, like I said, this program is to show people in society that we, as convicts, as prisoners, they say, we went in prison. We didn't just do time, you know, and allow time to be part of what we were doing. We did that. We made a difference. You know?
Right.
So we commend you for that, coming home and
Thank you.
and making a difference to your community and what you're in, because you can make a difference, you know. And we want to make society, and we want to show society that we do take part in right things in prison to become mentors or be better people when we come home from prison. A lot of people in society, you know, I always say that, you know, we went to prison for whatever crime we went to prison for. We went temporarily insane, you know. Anytime you take a person's life, we go temporarily insane, but we come back and we go into the system and we rehabilitate ourselves. A lot of people in society went insane and they never came back. You know, they out. They ain't never coming back.
Right.
So you know, give us a shot, give us a chance to come home and being taxpayers, being responsible citizens in society, law-abiding citizens, and that's what we ask for society to accept us back. You know, don't make us rejects. Don't throw us away, because you know we are not supposed to be in prison. You know, give us a shot in society and let us make something different in society. So I'm gonna ask you a few more questions, because we want these people to know. You know, how many times did you appear in front of the Board of Prison Terms?
That's a good question. I appeared in front of the Board of Prison Terms a lot of times. I can't remember exactly, but I do. I am in possession of all of my records, you know. But while I was in prison, I had a heart attack, and it affected my memory. So that's why I hesitate when you ask me a question. I have to hesitate,
Right.
because the doctors say we don't know exactly what causes that, but we think it's because you stayed unconscious so long, and because you lost oxygen to the brain.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
But now I want to commend you on your program. See, and society is going to have to come to grips that people like you are very important. People like you are more important than society really realizes, because you have your PhD in this field right here.
Yes, sir.
And a rich man, although he might have a lot of money, but he don't have the knowledge that you got.
That's a fact.
So he can't deal with the people that's coming out of prison. He can't deal with the people that's on their way to the prison. But people like you and this program right here, and I want to commend you on this program right here. And when you, Sunday, when you told me, when you asked me about being on the program, I was elated to be on the program because I came to the conclusion, excuse me, while I was in prison, that people like you that went to prison and rehabilitated themselves, and now you are back out here in free society, and you can see, you can adhere to the real problem that's happening with our young people. And you speak their language, you understand their mentality, so that right there makes you very important. And society are going to have to come to grips with this here, how important people like you are. And this program right here, I mean, a lot of people should be listening to this, looking at this program, and they should push this program.
They should.
Yeah, because it's important.
It's very, very important, very important. And people like yourself, you know, I tell people that we have a show, this show for lifers. There's never been a show like this before. That a lifer have a platform where we can tell people, society, who we are.
Right.
See, people in society have taken us and thrown us away. And say, you went to prison, you took somebody's life, you're supposed to be in it for the rest of your life. You ain't never supposed to get out.
Right. I've heard that before.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
But it's not true. Any and everybody in society do wrong. You do wrong some kind of way. As people do wrong. If they say, what about the first stone, against the first stone, or whatever however it go?
Right.
Okay, people do wrong. Okay, we went a little bit over beyond. We went temporarily insane, but we came back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it'd be different if we didn't come back, but we came back. Give us a shot at coming back into society and making amends. I'm gonna make amends for the rest of my life.
Right.
Somebody died, ain't nothing I can do about that. I can't bring that person back. If I could, he'd be here. That person is gone. I feel sorry for the family. Every day I think about it, right? But I was sent to prison for a crime I didn't commit. I did 27 years and 9 months for a crime I didn't commit. And well, that's another story. But anyway, I'm here in this society today to help the lifers that's coming home from prison to tell society that we are here to make a difference. And we ain't going nowhere.
Right.
We ain't going nowhere. We did our time, whatever crime we did our time for. We're here and we ain't going nowhere. And we're going to make a difference in this community, in this society, because the younger generation now, they got problems. They sick.
Right.
They are sick and they need our assistance. They need our help.
Right.
You know, they have no respect for themselves and nobody else, their mama, their daddy, nobody else they have respect for. We have to make sure that we have a platform where we can stand up and tell these youngsters, it ain't about that. It's about this. And you don't want none of that in there. You don't want none of that. Because
Right.
you go in there, you might not never come out. You know?
Yeah, that's true, because I can remember when we were in prison, they used to bring those youngsters through.
Yes.
They used to bring them through, put them in a cell, talk rough to them, and to try to get them to see that the path that they're on now is going to lead to
Incarceration.
incarceration. And I think it was yesterday in Richmond, a 14-year-old
This kid was murdered.
was murdered. A month or so before that, two young people were shooting at each other on the corner, and they shot a fourth grade
Innocent child.
school teacher, fourth grade school teacher from Berkeley in the neck. I heard she was paralyzed, but I don't know. And what I'm seeing is that some of these younger people that's committing all these horrible crimes have developed an abnormality, and some kind of way, people like you with this program here and other good people that want to dedicate their lives to helping these young people, some kind of way we have got to get there. we got to get their attention because we got to realize we are getting older, and they are going to be in charge soon. So this situation here, your program is a must.
Right.
It is definitely a must. And like I say, and I will keep reiterating, the people need to push this program and other programs like this program.
Right, exactly. Well, like I said, we're here and we're going to make a difference. We have lifers coming on every day.
Right.
You know, every day from prison, they're kicking us out. They had a study at Stanford University in Palo Alto, and they're saying that long time in prison, it don't work.
No.
It don't work.
No, it don't work.
Keeping people in prison for so long, they become old men. So when they get out, they have a sickness. They're either ill some kind of way. So they got medical problems now, right? So
That's
why
true.
keep people in prison for a long period of time, 30 and 40 years in prison? Let people out in society and allow us to become part of this world again. Allow us to come out and mentor these youngsters. You know, tell these youngsters something that they don't know. They've never been told the truth. They've been lied to all their life. They've never been told the truth.
Right.
Right? My thing is to come home and I'm gonna give them the truth. I ain't gonna water nothing down. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna give them the real, right? Because that on that side of the wall, they don't want none of that. They don't want none of that. They're going to prison for the rest of their life, and they don't have to let them out. They got a hospice unit on the other side of the fence. They got a place where they put them in, and if they get so sick where they can't take pills, they put an IV in their arm, and the person come in there and sit down with them until they die. And if they don't come get their body within 12 days, they take them out and back and burn them. People don't realize that. That's a fact.
That's true.
That's a fact. So we live this. We know what we're talking about.
Right.
See, people read these Donald Goins books and all these books and these fairy tales. We live. We telling the truth. And people in society need to know that, look, we're here for the long haul. We're here to try to change people's lives. Let me rephrase that. Let me try that my vocabulary. I don't use that word. We're here to change people's life to what it should be, and that's what we're going to do with this time that we have.
Right.
You know, so,
And that's what the 2 years that I've been out of prison, that's what I have been doing. And I'm going to City College, taking some courses in City College to try to get me a certificate for mentoring and counseling.
right on. That's good.
And the school newspaper interviewed me, and my article will be coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
And Thursday, I was invited by one of my professors in college to go to Napa and to give a speech. And I went up and I did that. And in Richmond, I'm working with some groups. And one of the main groups I'm working with is Men and Women of Valor.
I've heard that.
Yes. And
I heard it Sunday at the breakfast.
and every first Thursday of each month, we got what we call the PAC meetings, and every prisoner in that area that have been just released within the last week or 2 weeks, they have to show up at the PAC meeting. And when you go to the PAC meeting, they got different organizations, different groups like yours, and they are there to present their program to these people that's just been released from prison to try to get them to see another way.
Right.
That,
What they need.
you know, you just come home from prison. We know you need help because we have been in your shoes. So this is not like somebody's coming here offering you help and they don't really understand what you need.
We understand.
But people like you with this beautiful program here know what they need.
Exactly.
So when you go to them, when I give my talks, I tell them that I speak your language, and I have a blow up of my ID card that we had in prison, and I show that to them to let them know I speak your language,
Right.
and I'm here today representing men and women of valor.
Right.
You know, and so like I'm saying, people need to become aware of the great work that you are doing. I mean, this here needs to be big.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Because our young people, I mean, that's where it's at.
Yeah, right.
If you want to see the future, go down to the local school
Exactly.
because that's the future right
That's the
there.
future. That's our future.
But now, if they are thinking in a way that's leading to destruction in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion, hey, well, look at our future.
Exactly.
How is that going to look?
Exactly.
You know,
That's
so
what come out.
they don't know it, but they need to know about this program. They need to know about men and women of valor.
They do.
They need to know about all these programs that's being set up to help them. And some of the time, we are going to have to go out in the community
We have to.
and get them.
That's right.
You know, we're going to have to go out and get them and bring them
That's right. We have to put work in.
to the program.
Right.
Other than that, they're just going to stay out there and just wither away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we want to you know, like I say, I'm constantly commending you for coming on this show. We want brothers like you to come on the show and tell people in the communities who we are, because we sit up there and you're not a monster. You don't like the monster to me. You really don't look like a monster to me, and they have labeled us as monsters. But
True, that's true.
We've done what we did. With the work that you're doing now, you're giving back. You're making amends. You know, and your amends will be for the rest of your life. You know, it ain't
Right.
just one day or
Yes,
2
sir.
days. It's gonna be the rest of your life because you have feelings for what you've done. You know, you have a remorse for what you've done. So we have to be remorseful for the rest of our lives. So that's something that we do today.
Right.
Like I said, tomorrow I'll be on 8 months. Tomorrow, I'll be on 8 months tomorrow. You know, and people say, well, when you come home, what you gonna do? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make a difference. I said that when I left the DVI, and I mean what I say, because we have to make a difference. The children are our future. If we don't get our children now, our children's gonna repeat the same cycle. They're gonna fall right in the pit hole.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
true.
Have to, we
That's
have to
true.
break the cycle. You know, so the work that you're doing, I commend you for it. Continue to do your work. We want to make sure that the people in society know who you are. You know, you're Edward Williams, known as Spud. I know you're Spud. You know, the man used to be out there in that boxing bag every morning, early in the morning. He put his straps on and get out there and whoop that bag. I went out there one morning. I thought that bag was hurting. I said, man, I think that bag was hurting because we hit that bag, and you was professional at what you was doing, you know, and you get out there and run that track. So the stroke, when I heard that you had a stroke, I said, no, you can't talk about the same Spud I know. And Slotto, no, he ain't the same Spud, you know, but it was, you know, and you come through. You come through.
Yes,
you know,
sir,
you
I
came
did.
back,
I
man.
did.
And see, I tell people all the time, see, God don't make mistakes. Everything God do is does for a reason. You went to prison for a reason. I went to prison for a reason. We was taken from the cesspool and we was thrown in hell. That's when we
Yeah,
went
that's a
from the
good way of
cesspool,
putting it.
We went to hell, but we made it back from hell. It's a reason why we made it back from hell. God got something for us to do. He don't make mistakes. So it's a reason for you being here, going through the stroke, coming back from hell. Your word is like an echo. It makes a difference in people's lives. The people listen to what you got to say. You've been there, you've done that. You see, so the youngsters listen to what you say because you've been there, you've done that. You've done the same thing they did, and you're 70 years old. So you've done everything they've done. You might have done it 3 or 4 times over. So they got to look at that, and they will. See, so you get respect from all forms and fashions. You know, so I commend you. You know, put your work in, do
Okay.
your work, my brother.
Thank you.
Do
Thank
your
you.
work. You know, our work is not done. We got a lot of work to do. And this show is going to air every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. If you don't see it on Saturday night, you see it at 1:30 on Mondays. It comes on. We got good reviews. They put it on twice now. So we're making a difference somewhere. You know, and we're going to let society know. We're going to let community know that, you know, we are not going anywhere. We're going to be here for the duration. You know, whatever crime that we committed, nothing we can do about that. You know, we committed a crime, but now today we're here to make a difference in people's lives. Give us a shot. You know, if you got some friends, neighbors, whatever, you know, let them tune in to our show on Saturday nights, channel 2976. We're going to be here. We're going to be telling people about the lifers coming home from prison. We're gonna give them a shot and listen to some of the real things. We don't have nothing from a textbook. Everything we have is firsthand, and we want to give the society a chance to take a look at the real. You know, we got people that's been down 30, 40 years. We got brothers coming home that been down 45 years. I got a brother finna come home, been down 45 years. You know, we're gonna have him on the show. We just had a brother that was incarcerated 41 years. We had he and his wife. His wife waited 41 years for him to come home. You know, we want to know why and how all this stuff is happening. You know, like I say, God don't make mistakes. You know, so we got to take a look at that. You know, and we got to take a look at Spud. Amen. Thank you for coming on to the show.
All right, it's my pleasure.
You know,
my pleasure.
You and my brother, we gonna for the duration. You know, we got a bond.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
So we gonna put work in, and again, let the community know what you're doing today.
Yes, sir, brother.
You know, to tell them what you're doing today.
Yes, sir.
You know, you're doing work for the communities. You're trying to make youngsters get on the right track. You're being a service. So thank you, my brother. You know, for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you. And tune in Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Thank you and have a good evening.